Hi, I'm Doug, and these are Wycliffe's words. Nor should there be obscenity, foolish talk, or coarse joking, which are out of place. This is an admirable exhortation for the Christian individual, but I'm afraid it falls on deaf ears in our society. It seems that our national conversation grows coarser every day. I once saw a nice young lady at Disneyland. She was wearing an attractive t-shirt that said something in an elaborate Gothic black-letter script. Being a calligrapher, my eye is always drawn to interesting scripts and fonts. So I took the time to look at it closely. Imagine my surprise to see that her tasteful-looking shirt expressed the vilest of obscenities. At Disneyland. I figured the people at the gate didn't take the trouble to read it. Surely we haven't sunk so far that we can no longer say, that isn't appropriate. Have we? Try as we might, we can't get away from obscenity, profanity, vulgarity, and lewdness. Try raising a child or a grandchild who's just learning to read and who likes to sound out bumper stickers. I read an interview with the producer of a popular TV show. He said he was proud that it was the kind of program that families could enjoy together. Yet this show is riddled with vulgar language and graphic sexual references. That's okay, though. Lewdness is the new normal. Would it surprise you to learn that the apostles themselves were accused of being lewd? And these were not the early, immature, befuddled disciples, but the post-Pentecost, spirit-filled leaders of the church. People called them lewd. And what's more, they were right. Peter and John had been arrested for healing and for preaching the gospel. They were dragged before the Sanhedrin and commanded to explain themselves. Peter spoke with a powerful eloquence that astonished the rulers. Where, they wondered, did this powerful preaching come from? After all, these men weren't orators. They were untrained and lewd. The NIV describes them as unschooled, ordinary men. The King James said they were unlearned and ignorant. Wycliffe uses the terms unlettered and lewd. The words vulgar and lewd share a common background in this way. They didn't originally imply obscenity or lasciviousness. They simply described someone who was common and ordinary, not one of the educated elite. A working stiff. Of course, the average Joe would express himself using more earthy, less genteel words than the highbrows of society, so the elites looked down on him. And over time, the adjectives that described his working class status came to mean coarse and nasty. Peter was certainly lewd. He was a fisherman, not a rabbi. Yet he could preach with power because he allowed himself to be filled with the Holy Spirit of God. And when we have the fruit of the Spirit, divine self-discipline will help us to keep our tongues pure and our vocabulary from becoming vulgar and lewd. And those are Wycliffe's words. See you again next week.